Okay, guys, don't look at me like I'm crazy, all right? Tabitha is a witch. I saw her. She was being witchy before you got here.
Kay, how can what you're saying possibly be true?
If our house can get sucked into hell by demons, then Tabitha can be a witch.
Do you honestly think that Tabitha would let you accuse her of these things if she was a witch? Kay, no, she would turn you into a toad or a worm or something to keep you quiet.
I think Ivy's right. You must have hit your head harder than you imagined when you fell in the snow. You imagined Tabitha being witchy, the same way you imagined you heard Ivy and David plotting to come between your mother and me.
No! I didn't imagine it. Guys, Reese has been telling us for years that Tabitha's a witch. Well, it just turns out he's right, okay?
No, Reese changed his mind, Kay. You know, he realized that somebody like Tabitha and just the way she loved Timmy, she couldn't possibly be an evil witch, so he apologized, didn't he?
Yes, yes. I must say Ross was most humble and eloquent in admitting the error of his ways.
Reese was wrong to admit he was wrong. Tabitha is a witch.
Really, Kay? I think it's most unkind of you to go around calling women of a certain maturity witches, especially since I was nice enough to lend you my sleeping bag.
Oh.
Well, I am not the brilliant doctor that Eve is, but I think the rising egg on Kay's forehead could be the reason that she's saying these ridiculous, not to mention hurtful things. I mean, we know Kay. Kay's a sweet girl. She's far too sweet to call a defenseless older woman a witch or accuse David and me of plotting against you. Okay. I think she might be hallucinating.
I am not hallucinating.
Oh, poor Kay. I think you're in such pain, you're not thinking straight.
Yeah, Kay, I mean, between that bump on your head and those raging hormones, you don't know how ridiculous you sound.
Let me get you some ice, okay? Yeah. I don't need ice. I'm not in pain. Except when I yell, because you guys aren't believing me.
Listen, honey, I don't doubt for a minute that you believe what you've been saying about Ivy, David, and Tabitha is true.
Dad, you said you believed me. You looked into my eyes and you said I was telling the truth.
That's right, I did. Because I believed that you believed it.
Oh, this cannot be happening.
But it is, Kay. It's everything else you said that never happened.
No.
Honey, listen to yourself. You're sounding crazy.
Dad, I'm not crazy. Ivy's making me sound crazy, but everything that I've told you is the truth. Okay? I know Ivy and David are working together. And I know Tabitha is a witch. She was spinning in midair, and she had butterflies coming out of her ears. Look!
What are you all looking at?
I saw you hiccup, and guess what? A butterfly flew out of your mouth.
Oh, really, Kay? That's as outlandish as me being a witch.
Exactly. Because they're both true.
Well, where is the butterfly you saw? I don't see it flitting around, do you?
I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Anyway, everyone knows that butterflies don't survive in the winter.
Supernatural ones do.
All right, Kay.
I don't know what's got into the poor girl. I can only assume that Ivy's right, and she hit her head a lot harder than we thought when she fell in the snow.
I may have lost some blood, but I didn't lose my mind.
No, of course not, dear. But I would like to assure all of you that I am not in the habit of going around burping butterflies. Oh, the very idea is absurd, not to mention unsanitary. Who knows where a butterfly's proboscis has been?
Tabitha, don't try to change the subject. I saw her. A butterfly came out of her mouth just now.
Yes, but you don't seem to have any proof, Kay. And I mean, without proof, well...
Darn it. Where could it be? Butterfly must have flown away, but I saw one come out of Tabitha's mouth.
You poor thing. As if getting knocked out by your cousin's fiancé isn't bad enough. Now you've been knocked in the noggin and you're imagining things.
It's so sad when such a young girl has mental problems. I think we should try to get her help right away. Maybe Dr. Eve...
I am not having mental problems. I saw a butterfly come out of Tabitha's mouth just like I saw you and David conspiring against my parents.
Do you believe that Eve told the truth when she said that the DNA tests prove that John is Grace's son?
Of course we do.
We believe Eve completely.
I knew this whole thing was a mistake. I knew my dad would never do what Kay was accusing him of.
John's right. I mean, you are not capable of living a lie or betraying your son like that. I have to agree. Kay must have hit her head harder than we thought. And David, I owe you an apology. I mean, for me to think for 1 second that you could do such awful things by lying to John and me. It's just that Kay seems so certain.
It's okay. I understand.
Ivy, I think I owe you an apology for not trusting you. If Eve says that John is Grace's son, well, I can't see how he wouldn't be.
Thank you, Sam.
And Sam, I think you owe David an apology, too.
David, I'm sorry for thinking the worst of you. Grace, I think you owe Ivy an apology.
Ivy, I'm sorry that I believe that you'd stoop so low as to use David to come between Sam and me.
It's all right, Grace. I understand how you could think the worst of me. I mean, and Kay is your daughter. It's only natural that you would want to believe her, no matter how absurd her accusations are.
This is so ridiculous.
Kay.
Thank goodness for Kay's knock on the noggin. Now everyone just thinks she's hallucinating. If anyone were to believe her, we'd be out in the snow and out of luck.
I'm a cop. I know what traumatic experiences can do to the mind, all right? Just have to calm down and relax.
Fine. Don't believe me. But sooner or later, I'm going to prove that Tabitha's a witch, and I'm going to prove that David and Ivy are working together to destroy your marriage.
Kay, I'm sure after you get a good night's sleep, you'll realize that the bump on your head made you hallucinate.
Don't count on it.
All right, well, you know what? It's getting awfully late,
Yeah.
and we should really let Tabitha go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on, everyone.
No, Johnny.
Kay? Let's go. It's time to go home.
Oh, no, I actually meant what I said earlier. I'm not going anywhere with you people.